You need to be calm today because all of us are calm today.
Oh.
Tomorrow are the oldest people here. And that means that we're the most tired now, Mrs.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Jones,
No, I
all
need
your
kids. Doesn't matter.
Morning, Haley.
Good morning. Sorry, my hair's messy.
That's
I haven't
okay.
brushed
My hair's always messy. No, we're not joining. I'm not up to that level where I can have everybody in the room at the same time. You guys don't need your Chromebooks. Okay. And just wait a couple minutes for people to enter.
Okay. Are you in a different room?
No, I'm just sitting in the front of the room. My desk is like over there. I'm at the table. You're very observant in the morning.
When were you born?
Hi, Maddie.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Huh? I just guessed.
November.
Okay, girls, can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. All right, my friends in the room, could we like on to class? Oh, wait, I have to let somebody in. Georgia Brown coming in as Terry Brown. Knock, knock. Is that my ding dong? Sounded like a doorbell. Hi, Terry Brown. Not Terry Brown, Georgia Brown. I knew that. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start, and if somebody else pops in, that'll be okay. So today's, oh, I'm starting early. Look at that. There's the bell. All right. For your class, for first period, I record first period. So all of this popping in and out, I guess I should wait until that bell before I start. Yeah. Because otherwise all of this is being recorded. All right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here is your bulletin board for today. If you notice, I told you guys this yesterday, I have merged the remote and the hybrid students to one. Everybody, I don't know if you zoomed in yesterday or not, but 1 week from yesterday, on Tuesday of next week, you are going to be doing your unit test on figurative language. Okay. That means if you're home or not, because that's the last day before Thanksgiving break. And I don't want to wait until after break to do it because I think you'll forget everything and you'll have turkey brain or your brains will be stuffed or something along those lines. The literary device that I just used, you will be turkey brain.
No. That would be a metaphor.
That would be a metaphor, yeah. Okay. So please make sure that you are studying. Don't forget that you have your rhyme document. I think most of you have already turned that in. So let me escape here. Today we're going to work on, come on. I don't want that to get me out of there. Oh dear. Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. So today we are doing something called irony. Can anybody give me the definition of irony? It is a hard one. So
Isn't it like irony? There's two different definitions.
okay. So I find irony to be difficult. Anybody out there in Zoom land know what irony is off the top of your head? Okay, so this one is really hard to explain unless we are using a text and I can see it, or if you see it in a movie, or if something happens that is ironic, okay, I could explain it better than just trying to explain it cold. So the definition we use is something like irony is a twist, an unexpected ending, a contradiction, something that like you say one thing but actually mean another, okay? And I find it difficult to explain to kids. It's a complicated thing. So what I do, it's story time. Yay! So what I do sometimes, I use little children's books.
Oh my God, that's my
I
favorite.
have that book.
You have that book?
Yeah, I have the book at home.
Okay, yeah.
I like to read it to my little sister.
So you read your sister. So sometimes I use little kids' books to get the point across rather quickly. Okay, we're actually going to spend 2 class days on irony because I think it is worth it, and it's complicated and it's not an easy one. There's like no right or wrong answer, I think, with irony. You just have to sort of understand the concept. Okay, so this is the monster at the end of the book starring lovable furry old Rover. Hello, everybody.
My family loves.
I'm going to read the book now. Anyway, are we ready to listen and not interrupt every 5 seconds? Are we ready to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's do that. The monster at the end of this book. What did that say? On the first page, what did that say? Did that say there's a monster at the end of this book? It did. Oh, I am so scared. Shh. Listen, I have an idea. If you do not turn any pages, we will never get to the end of this book. And that is good because there's a monster at the end of this book. So please do not turn the page. Maybe I'll go bigger zoom over here so you can see the picture up there. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Whatever. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. You turn the page. Oh. What's the matter, Alex? Maybe you do not understand. You see, you keep turning pages. You keep turning pages, it will bring us to the end of this book, and there's a monster at the end of this book. But this will stop you from turning pages. See, I am tying the pages together so you cannot. He's using good rope. You cannot. You turned another page. You do not know what you are doing to me. Now, stop turning pages. There, I, Rover, am nailing this page to the next one so that you will not be able to turn it and we will not get any closer to the monster at the end of this book. And there's all kinds of words here. I don't know if you guys out there in Zoom land can see it. Hayden, can you read the words on the side?
This band bling bong bong.
Onomatopoeia. Okay, so on the page, there's the use of onomatopoeia. Bang, boom, clonk, bonk, right? Okay, very good. All right. Do you know that every time you turn another page, you do not get it? You get away with it. Let me try it again. Do you know that every time you turn another page, you not only get us closer to the monster at the end of this book, but you make a terrible mess? Kind of like my students in my room. This will stop you from turning pages. A heavy, thick, solid, strong brick wall. I would just like to see you try to turn the page. And normally I will have a kid in the room try to turn the page and I won't let them, but I can't have you touch my book because, you know, you're Katie, do you know you are very strong? You can see that brick wall is in rubble now. The next page is the end of this book. And there is a monster at the end of this book. Oh, I am so scared. Please do not turn the page. Please. The fact that he keeps saying please. What literary device is being used? Repetition. That's right. Well, look at that. This is the end of the book. And the only one here is me. I, lovable, furry, old Rover, and the monster at the end of this book. And you were scared. The end. I told you there was nothing to be afraid of. Oh, I am so embarrassed. Okay, so I'm using this as an example of irony. So before you speak, think, what is the irony in this book? You two out in Zoom, or you three out in Zoom land can, chime in too. And why did I use this to show irony? If irony's definition is a twist, an unexpected ending, a contradiction. Haley, Turn your mic on.
Because you don't know you don't know who was the monster in the book, and then you realize it's just Grover.
So what makes it ironic that it's Grover, Bella? Because he's a monster, yeah. But what makes it ironic, Alex?
It makes it ironic because he's so scared of you turning the pages to get to the monster, but he's the monster.
Right. He's the one that's really afraid of the monster being at the end of the book, and he himself is the monster. That's the twist. That's the irony. That's what makes it ironic. What?
That's deep if you think about it.
That's deep if you think about it.
Yeah.
So he's like afraid of himself for no reason, right? So that is our example of irony. We're going to do some other work with irony. So let's see. We are going to, so once again, guys, I'm trying to, if you could stop talking, class is still happening. Okay, so once again, I'm trying to push the bulletin board, Zoom the class, and the study guide up, and then the next thing is irony. I'm going to go to classwork so I could open up the irony so you could see it. Because I've posted several things here. Let me get our, what is your problem? Okay, so there, like I said, we're going to be doing Isn't It Ironic and the irony class worksheet in class this week. The irony graded, the one that's titled irony graded worksheet will be the graded assignment, which I will probably give you tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to be doing this irony worksheet in class. So there are 4 things here, so you don't have to do them all at once. Okay. So let's just take a look at this irony worksheet. And it says, whomever's humming, please stop. It says, irony is a double meaning, a twist, contradiction, or sarcasm. Irony can also be a difference in the actual words used and the meaning of the words. So we're going to look at some of these, and we're going to look at visual irony. Okay, and it says, find the irony in the pictures below and write a few sentences explaining the irony. So what I'm going to need you guys to do, and honestly, I haven't done this. I usually give kids a paper copy of this, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this together and zoom in on this picture. I might have to go into my document. So could everybody, including you folks at home in Zoom land, can you go into Classroom and open up this document, and I'll try to figure out how to find my pictures bigger. Could everybody go into this document, please? So I don't know if you paid attention yesterday, but maybe I didn't need to do that. You don't need to put your name because it's in the document. I don't know if you were paying attention yesterday, but I did put a new extra credit assignment in Classroom as well. So you might want to check that out. Okay, I'm just creating another document so I can make the pictures bigger.
You can always like make them bigger and on the screen.
Yeah, I don't want you to make them bigger on your screen. I want you to work on your screen.
Oh, then I probably should put it there.
You probably should. Sorry, I didn't realize that these were going to be so small. Okay. That's pretty funny, isn't it? Okay, so let's go to the first picture. And I know you guys don't drive, but you might want to, like, you know, I mean, you do ride bicycles, and bicyclers have to pay attention to like road signs, right? Okay, so this one, you have this roadway, and then the signs, there are 3 signs, and it says no U-turn with the symbol for no U-turn. And then underneath it, it says no exit meaning you can't get out of there, turn around here.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, that's one of those things that you would be like, what? So next to the picture, we need to come up with a sentence that explains the irony. So you want to type it first and then we could go around the room and share some? So come up with your own sentence that explains the irony in that photograph. And then we will share some. You folks at home do some irony sentences too. Then usually when you're ready, I say, if you're ready, take your right finger and put it on your nose. So I know you're ready. Sentences have capital letters at the beginning and ending punctuation if they're really sentences. Question is, what is the irony in this photograph?
Mrs. Jost,
Yes, ma'am.
confused on what to write about this. Like, I'm confused on this.
Okay. So if irony is a twist or a contradiction means you say one thing and then you say kind of the exact opposite. And if we look at the picture, there's a sign there that says no U-turn, right? In two different ways, in a symbol and in words, no U-turn, meaning you cannot turn around here on the road. And then the sign right underneath it says no exit, turn around here. So what's the contradiction there, Haley?
They're really trying to tell you that you can't, exit or you can't turn around.
Yeah, so they're telling you in one case that you can't turn around, you're not allowed to. And then in the other case, over here, underneath it, it tells you to turn around. That's the irony. You see that? Like, how could you turn around here if you're not allowed to make a U-turn? Doesn't make any sense, right? So you just have to explain that, the irony. So let's see, if I go back to the document, if we turn the question around, even though there's not, really a question, everybody should be starting their sentence with the irony. It's not a story in the photo has less letters, is blah, 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 blah. Notice I started with a capital letter. When I finish it, I'm going to end it with a period, probably. Okay. So, Maddie and Georgia, are you guys ready? If you turned your screens on and just gave me a thumbs up or just turned your mic on for a second, let me know if you're ready. Okay. Georgia, are you ready? Everybody in the room ready? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what happened, Georgia. All right, so let's hear some ideas. So, Zion, what did you write? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, buddy. Okay, you have the right answer. However, you didn't turn the question around like the irony is. So otherwise, you don't, if you don't turn the question around, and I know I didn't write the question, but if you don't turn the question around, I don't know what you're talking about, right? Okay, who's talking to me from over there? Okay, Alex, go ahead. We're just gonna go around the room.
The photo is ironic because you cannot make a U-turn, but it tells you that there is no exit and to make a U-turn.
Okay, the photo is ironic because it tells you not to make a U-turn, but yet it tells you there's no exit and you have to make a U-turn.
I would just.
You want to read yours? Go ahead, Bella.
Yeah.
Bella, I called on you.
I would just turn around. But the irony in this photo is you don't know what to do because one sign says don't turn around here, but the other sign says there's no exit, so turn around here. What do? Do you turn?
Or do you not? Okay, I like the way you added more like you don't know what to do. Like if you're there and you need to turn, like you don't know what to do. Paige, what do you have?
The irony in this picture is the sign in the back says not turn around, but the sign in the front says you have to turn.
Okay, I don't think there's one in the back and the one in the front, but okay. Carl, what do you have?
Oh yeah, one's behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, barely. Carl, what do you have?
It is ironic because one says no exit, but it also says turn around.
Did it also turn? Okay, I don't know what it is, so I would prefer the photo. Aiden, you have anything much different than that? No? Okay, go ahead.
The irony in this picture is a sign. It says no U-turn, but there is no exit, so you have to make a U-turn.
Right, good. Georgia, can you read us what your answer? Because I didn't hear from you if you were ready or not. Could you turn your mic on, hon? I don't know if she's there or not. Georgia, are you out there in Zoomland? All right, how about you, Maddie? Could you turn your mic on, please? And read us what you wrote? Madison?
Hello.
Okay, Haley, I can see you. Can you turn your mic on and read us what you wrote, honey?
The irony in this photo is it tells you not to make a U-turn twice.
Yeah, but that's not the whole irony. It's not that it tells you it twice. It's also that it tells you to not to make a U-turn, but then it tells you to turn around. That's the irony, because it's telling you to do two different things, honey. Okay. Madison and Georgia, I would really like if you could like click in and tell me that you're still out there.
I'm still out here. My microphone wasn't working for a minute.
Okay.
I couldn't
Could
hear
you-
you because I didn't know what you were saying.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll have you work on the next sentence. I hope you were able to hear some of the examples for this one. Okay. So the next picture is a big bullet, not a bulletin board, but a billboard. Thank you. I drew a blank. Okay. And the billboard says, phone out of service, give us a call. And if you don't know, Pacific Bell used to be a very large phone company. Okay. So again, before we do this one, how are we going to start this sentence? If the question is, what is the irony?
The irony in this photo is.
Okay, so the irony in this photo is, and then figure out what the irony is. Okay. So I'll give you a few minutes to work on that. No, I don't want that. Never mind. We got it? Okay, Haley, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Madison, are you ready? Madison, can you hear me? Okay, thanks, Georgia. Every time I'm reading this thing. Thank you, Georgia. Maddie, can you hear me? Can you turn your mic on and let me know if you're ready? I don't know what the problem is with her not hearing me. Okay, I'm going to start with the people online here. So, Georgia, can you read me your sentence and take, you have to unmute yourself. So let's hear what you have.
The irony in the photo is that they're talking about the phone being out of service, which means they can't call anybody, but they're telling them to call them.
Right, exactly. Very good. Maddie, what did you have? She can't hear me again. Haley, what did you have?
The irony in this photo is that you cannot call them if your phone is out of service. I have the same thing.
The same thing. Okay. Hayden, how about you? You went last, so you go first this time.
The irony in this photo is Pacific Bell saying the phone service is down, but give them a call.
Okay, they're saying the phone service is down, but give them a call. Carl, what'd you have?
Photos are right because if you're out of service, you can't give them a call.
Right, if you're out of service, you can't give them a call. Bella?
Hold on.
Okay, Paige?
The irony in this picture is that the question says that you should call them if your phone is out, but since your phone is out.
Right, Ryan? The sign is good, so good. I'm glad that you turned the question around. Good. Yep.
The irony in this photo is that it says if your phone is out of service, to give us a call. You can't do that because your phone is out of service. You can't call them.
Right. None of you picked it up, but I didn't notice it the first time. Oh, wait, we gotta hear one more. Bella?
The irony in this photo is if your phone is out of service, which means you can't text or call someone or do anything on your phone, but Pacific Bell wants you to call them. What are you supposed to do? You can't call them.
You can't call them. So I think this billboard is older than texting, but I would not have come up with this other irony, but a year or so ago, I did this lesson and somebody said, Mrs. Jost, how can you call them if there's no phone number on the billboard? So that's another piece of irony, right? If they're telling you to call when your phone's not working, plus they don't give you a phone number.
I didn't realize that.
I know, I didn't either the first time I looked at it. All right, very good. Maddie, can you hear me at all? Because I'm not getting any feedback. Okay.
My computer the volume is not working.
Okay, so did you write a sentence for the bulletin board here? Could you read it to us?
Not yet, I didn't.
Okay, because that's what we were working on. So we're going to move on to the next one. So the next picture that we see in the document, honey, I want you to write a sentence about the irony. So you're going to start off the irony in the picture is, okay? So I'm just going to make it a bigger one. Whoop, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so this one, I don't know if you can see it very well on your screen, but it is sort of this concrete stone thing. And then engraved in the stone says, nothing is written in stone. So what is the irony there? And while you guys are doing that, we're going to have a couple more minutes. So I think I'm going to look up a couple more pictures. Oh my goodness, God bless you. What are you doing? Why are you saying that, Alex?
Because I saw on the pictures that you looked up.
Oh, okay, well, I'm just doing a couple because we have time to do a couple more.
Oh my.
What happened to that other
Wait, go
one?
up. What's that warning?
It's a caution.
I don't know. I like the, oh, here it is.
Always
This is-
open.
I like this one because I always find this one kind of funny when I see it in the world.
Wait, why would this sign always open?
Yeah, we're not on that one yet. Okay, so it sounds like the chatter in the room that we are ready to do the next one. So this is what your document looks like. So what is the irony in this picture? Madison, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, did you do a sentence for nothing is written in stone?
Yeah.
Could you read it to us, honey?
The irony in this photo is that the people who wrote this put the stone, put the saying on stone, but the saying is nothing is wrote on stone.
Right. So they're actually writing in stone, saying nothing is written in stone. Right. All right. Let's hear a couple more. Bella, give me one.
The irony in this photo is that the stone says there's nothing written in stone, but there are words. The words are written in stone.
That's right. Nothing is written in stone is also what's called an idiom. You guys know what idioms are? Okay, idioms are just sayings that don't literally mean what they say. Okay, so nothing is written in stone. It means like, you know, everything is subject to change, basically.
The irony in this photo is that it says that nothing is written in stone, yet the words are written in stone.
Yet the words are written in stone. Okay, so we got that idea. Let's do another one that I just found. Oh, wrong document. Okay, here we go. How about this one? There's a sign, always open, and then it says closed. Write your sentence. Oh, right. You guys don't have it. All right, so let's hear them verbally. Who's got an idea? And put it in a complete sentence. What would the irony be? Haley, go ahead. Turn your mic on, hon.
It says it's always open, but then you look at it and it says closed, which means it's not always open.
That's right. But that's really good. But I would like for you to turn it into a sentence. Like if the question was, what is the irony? You would have to say, the irony is that.
The irony is that it says it's always open, but then it's closed, so it's not always open.
Very good. Who else can put that in a different way? Anybody? Bella?
The irony is that this building is always open, but the sign says it's closed. So it's not open.
So it's not always open. It's ridiculous. It's ironic. Okay, here's another one. I have actually seen this one.
If you don't know how to read, how are you going to read that?
That's right. So put it in a sentence. What is the irony in this photo? Carl, what's the irony here?
It basically means.
Don't start with it. Start with the irony is.
The irony is that if you want to learn how to read free, and you need a phone, and also you need to know how to read so you can't read the sign.
Okay, I don't know if the phone has anything to do with it, but you need to know how to read in order to be able to understand what the sign is saying. Yes?
You can read numbers if you're illiterate. It's just you don't know what you don't know what you're calling about. I mean, it could be anything. Yeah, that's true.
Right. So the irony is that it's asking you, like, do you want to learn to read? You know, you can do it for free. Here's the phone number, but if you can't read the sign, you're not going to know that's what it says. I've actually seen this like at libraries and stuff, and I always think,
But you can read that for free.
Maybe it's free.
Well, I don't think the free part has anything to do with it. Okay, so people out in Zoom land, I'm going to end the meeting. There is no assignment yet for this. The assignment is, I will assign it tomorrow after we look at some song lyrics. But I think most of you are caught up. If not, you know, simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, hyperbole, rhyme was done yesterday. So you need to catch up on any of that. Also study. There is that extra credit. You have a test on Tuesday. So Zoom people, I'm going to end the meeting so I could start my video so it's not terribly long. Goodbye, Zoomland.
Bye.
I don't know how to do this. Where's my thing? There it is.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you for coming.